plebes?
Well, we're back here sooner than I thought we would be.
Yeah, no, our feature is looking rather grim and very hollow on the inside.
I think the last time we looked at Grim Hollow, you and I,
It was before we even
was
started
before
the series.
we were. Yeah, so that's fun. But yes, we got another new book, added 2024 options, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Blah, blah.
Also, I want to make an announcement. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the last 2 books I've been uploading, which did take a bit to get started up, has a different sort of format. I'm trying to keep them like in hour chunks of like recordings.
Anyways, I still think you should sort it by material, but as always, we're starting with subclasses.
Yep. There is new class, but we don't have much time to
new
cover
class, it. A few new mechanics, new feats,
lots of spells.
new spells, and you basically got the order we're covering things in for reasons that'll make sense as we cover them. I know that we usually do spells before feats, but in this case, we kind of have to do feats before spells.
Right. But anyway, we rolled the Ranger first.
Alright, so there are
Rangers for 2024, in
mixed
general, yeah, mixed bag. But let's see.
But we start with the Green Reaper. So, as a bonus action, you can apply a poison dose to a weapon, or up to 20 pieces of ammunition.
That's a sizable amount of ammunition.
Once applied, the poison retains its potency for 1 minute. Your attacks with the poison items deal an extra 1d4 poison damage on a hit.
That's nice.
You can do this a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, a minimum of once, and you regain all use when you finish a long rest.
So, in theory, if you have max wisdom, you could coat 100 ammunition.
If you wanted to, yeah.
The design philosophy here is that it's going to last an encounter.
Right.
At Ranger level 11, the extra poison damage increases to 2d4 and all expend use when you finish a short or long rest. I always say give Ranger, again, no concentration, nothing stopping them from doing this and applying Hunter's Mark or any other fun things, but I know with 2024 Rangers, Hunter's Mark. We get Toxic Tradecraft. You get a Poisoner's Kit.
And proficiency with it. So we just summon a Poisoner's Kit to us.
Your proficiency bonus is doubled for the ability of the Poisoner's Kit.
Okay.
If you lose the kit, you can harvest toxic flora and venomous fauna for 1 hour to magically create a replacement.
Okay.
Harvest your form during a short or long rest, and it destroys the previous poisoner's kits. I get what they're doing, but wow, that is hard to explain mechanically.
Yeah, no, like a guy just steals your poisoner's kit, plans to poison a guy, and then it's like, what just happened? Was this made out of twigs?
Once per turn, when you deal poison damage to a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend a spell slot, no action required. The attack deals extra 1d6 poison damage, and the target gains the poison condition until the end of your next turn. You may also add a toxin effect, chosen from the appropriate list below. All toxin effects last until the end of your next turn, unless its description states otherwise.
So first off, we basically get a Ranger Smite.
It is 100% a Smite, yeah.
Except it's only 1d6 versus the regular Divine Smite, which is the comparison, which is 2d8. But maybe these effects are really potent.
But you also get the poison condition, and you can...
That is true, you also get the poison condition.
Yeah, let's take a look. So a level 1 spell slot. So this is first level spell slot.
So anytime
a creature has the poison condition from this toxin, is based on strength and dexterity saving throws. Ooh, that's nice.
That is really nice. Befuddled.
So basically, you go. And then it's like fireball.
Yep.
Creature has a poison condition from this toxin that can't speak, read, or write, and has limits on saving throws made to maintain concentration spells. Not being able to speak is huge against casters.
It is.
Because they can't do any verbal component spells.
Right. Uncoordinated. Well, creature has the poison condition from this toxin. It can't take reactions or disengage or dodge action.
So I think
I
think with this first set, I see what a big purpose of this is. It's more like a Divine Smite, but you're debuffing the enemy to make your allies better.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you expend a second level, so now we got second level. For 1 minute, the creature can't regain hit points.
Okay.
Here's the thing. if I'm going to do that, you can just cast Chill Touch.
I was gonna say that, but that will come up if you're fighting like a troll or
For
if a
1
caster
minute, the
casts
creature,
healing
yeah.
word.
For 1 minute, the creature loses. I guess though, for 1 minute is
Yeah,
pretty
for
big.
for 1 minute.
For 1 minute, the creature loses resistance to poison damage.
Okay.
For 1 minute, the first time on each turn the creature takes poison damage, it takes an extra 1d6 poison damage.
And something that's interesting about this is the fact that none of these level 2 ones require the target to still be poisoned to have them take effect.
As much action you can apply, you gain it once per turn when you deal poison damage to a creature. You can spend a spell slot, not required. The attack deals an extra 1d6. Gains the poison until the end of the turn. You may also add an toxic. Until the end of your next turn, unless this description says otherwise. So I am wondering. Yeah, nothing says you can't. You can stack these.
Yeah.
Spend more spell slots.
Yeah, I spend more
And you
spell
can
slots to
stack
get
these up.
more effects.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep reading what you can do with these. For 1 minute, the creature loses resistance to poison. For 1 minute, the first time on each creature takes poison damage, it takes an extra 1d6 poison damage. That just makes you better. Instead of ending at the end of your next turn, the creature has the poison condition for 10 minutes.
Okay.
During the times of on saving throws, to end the poison at the end of each of the creature's turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw to end the poison condition.
So that just makes the poison condition longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it longer in both the duration, but as well as they're less likely to resist it.
True. When you deal damage to a poison creature, that the creature loses immunity to the poison condition, and then has the poison condition for 1 minute.
Ooh.
You can make it and regain. So basically, you can poison anything.
Okay.
So now we get up our 4th level.
Fourth level.
Late
Yeah,
in the game.
this is level 13
For
Ranger.
1 minute, the creature has the poison condition. Well, the creature has the poison condition from the top. It takes 2d6 acid damage at the start of each of its turns. That is.
Ow.
Notice, no saves.
No saves. This is just a. Although it has to be while they are poisoned, so they can somehow get rid of it.
Yeah, if they have some means of getting rid of the poison condition, maybe.
Right.
Well,
That's
a creature has the poison condition, it's blinded and deafened.
That's
Well, a creature has the
devastating.
poison, its speed is 0 and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. I like, by the way, how it's called paraplegia, and it doesn't actually give the paralysis condition. And then we get our last, level 5, the
Last
big
two.
boys. Apply one option from the level 4 spell slot effect list, and an additional option from the level 1 or level 2 spell slot list.
Ooh. I'm sure there's a
Interesting
fun
choice.
combo of that.
Flesh eating. You do flesh eating. Because, if you look at the 1 list, everything on the 1 list as well, creature has the poison from this toxin. Flesh eating lasts a minute, there's nothing they can do.
Mmm.
You can keep these effects for the entire minute.
Oh. Ooh, okay. Yeah, no, that
So,
Ranger
Anyways.
Smite.
This
yeah,
is a solid Ranger so
stinging
far.
application. For 1 minute, once per turn, when you hit a creature with a poisoned item, the attack deals an extra 5d6 damage. It's your choice of acid, necrotic, or poison.
This
Okay.
is one feature. Like, this is just one mechanic. We haven't even talked about like, the regular
Correct.
features. I like
Yes.
this so far.
We get some spells. Detect poison and disease. Hold person still cause greater invisibility. Cloud kill.
Yep. I don't
Here's
have
the
an
thing,
issue with any
I'm
of
gonna
these
be
little
honest.
spells
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about the spells for this ranger. Do you want to know why?
because a lot of our times we're gonna be using it for these Ranger Smites.
Yeah. Then we got poison control. Resistance to poison damage and advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the poison condition.
Okay.
In addition, you can cast protection from poison spell without expending a spell slot. You can do so 9 times with your wisdom modifier and your random optimization when you finish a long rest. Yeah.
Cool. You
I'm
can
here
give this to your ally.
The feature is solid enough that I'm fine with something minor for this. Whenever you would deal poison damage with a weapon attack, which by the way you will, a lot, you can change that damage to be either acid or necrotic instead.
Okay. You know what? Alright.
You have learned to quickly injure yourself against harm. Immediately before you take damage from a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself. You can take a reaction to gain temporary hit points equal to the damage you take. If any of these temporary hit points remain at the end of your next turn, they vanish. I want to point out, there's no resource tied to this.
You're right. It's only a reaction. And I guess a range limit, although 60 feet is going to be majority of, not all the time.
I mean, you might be a ranger. You might, if you're playing an archery ranger, which, I don't know, this one can go either way, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah.
As an archery ranger main, hi.
Yes, yeah. But my main point in bringing this up is I feel you got to talk about it. You can't avoid talking about it.
Honestly, when I was seeing a bunch of poison damage and poison condition, I got a little worried of, okay, we're going to have a big just roadblock against a lot of creatures because poison condition immunity is very common.
This is a debate that we have been having for a long time. Anyways, that being said, this is really solid.
This is. I'm happy that it was I'm happy it was so solid.
I will state right now, here is the cool thing about Pain. First off, obviously choose when you use it. It says damage, not an attack.
That is true. This could work on like breath weapons, spells. From a creature, so it wouldn't be
immediately before you take
trap.
damage. Immediately before you take damage is the key here.
Right.
So that means, So all that really basically means is you're gonna wait a second. Wait a second, Ross.
Oh.
There's a problem. Not a problem that changes the balance. No, it's just a problem.
Okay.
Read the feature again.
Is that second part where it says if any of these temporary hit points remain until the end of your next turn, they vanish?
How will they ever remain?
Immediately before take damage, take a reaction. Okay, temporary hit points equal to the damage you. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say maybe if it had equal to the damage just in general. Like, let's say it was a breath weapon. Let's say you roll 3d6. I have resistance to fire damage.
Yeah. Either way, I would take the wording the same way, even if they didn't put the you take line there. I would interpret it the same way.
Right.
The point of this is how much damage you're taking. Resistance factors into that.
That's what I was gonna say.
It is not possible for the reaction to still be valid unless some insanity is happening.
I guess one of the spells we have at our table. One of the spells at our table, Decelerate, could actually no, that wouldn't
validate the reaction.
No, it wouldn't even work that way because it's how much damage you would take. Reducing that damage would mean technically it's less temporary hit points.
Correct. That's the issue here. There is, as far as I know, the only way this would work. No, even then it wouldn't work. Because that wouldn't even temporary. Yeah, no. There is no way for this condition to happen.
Yeah,
Anyways,
no, that's really confusing, but still cool.
There are other ranges to look at, but I have to go watch a TV show.
Yeah.
I'll come back in a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking a bit of a break. We'll be right back. Back from our little
Okay,
break.
we're back.
The
Now
Primal
look at
Archer.
the Primordial Archer.
Oh, Primordial.
Primordial. Bonus action. You can imbue
A longer short bow.
a longbow or short bow with elemental energy for 1 minute. Choose one of the following damage types.
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
For the duration, imbue weapons deal damage to the type instead of another, it deals an extra 1d6 damage to the chosen type. When it
Okay.
hits the start of each of your turns, you can change this choice. You can use this feature another time to equal to your wisdom modifier, and you're getting.
So
you know what? Fair enough.
This is a similar
better on
idea
his
to
mark.
the giant barbarian
one.
when it comes to changing the elemental type of your weapon.
But let's keep going.
Herbal lore. You gain the
You can
herbalism
enter
kit.
Herbalism kit. A person with it, you can use the herbalism kit as a bonus action to stabilize an unconscious creature. within 5 feet of you that has 0 points. So, as if you, so herbals and kits are now healers kits. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Without needing to make a wisdom, if you take it does action, unconscious creature within 5 feet has. Yep, I know how this works.
Neat. We got spells.
Once you use this feature, you can't just against us. Oh yeah. So, also I'd like to point out you gain an herbalism kit.
Yeah. Again, another one where you just gain it. Also, I'm looking at the spell list.
Mhm.
I don't understand Hex. I'm not as understanding of that one. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, let's get the rest of the flavor on the subclass before we start talking what we don't understand.
True. Fair point.
With 1 hour of work, when you finish a long rest, you can use an herbalism kit to mark yourself with an elemental pattern. You regain resistance to one of the following damage types if you're twice like finish a long rest. Acid, cold, fire, lightning. Now, that's actually really useful.
That's pretty nice.
You gain the ability to view curses into your arrow. Once per turn, when your creature the range attack using a longbow or shortbow, you can spend a 1+ spell slot to choose one of the following effects.
No action required, unless the damage increases by 2d6 for each spell slot
So more
above.
smiting.
Again, another ranger smite. Let's see what these do.
Make a range attack with the same weapon against the second target. Against the second creature. So basically, you make 2 attack rolls. Each creature takes 2d6 lightning damage. Entangling shot. The wooden chapter there is how much to strike saving throw against your fails the target, and is restrained for a minute.
And repeats the save at the end of each of the.
Hexing shot. The magic surrounding your arrow clouds the minds of your targets. The target must make a wisdom saving throw against spell save DC. On a fail, the target takes 2d6 psychic damage and gains the charmed or frightened condition for 1 minute. Your choice.
Okay.
The creature can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage only.
Okay.
Viper shot. The arrow takes con save, spell, failed save, 2d6, poisoned, repeat. I mean, these are all fairly basic.
Yeah. And then primordial magic. Taking damage does not break concentration on ranger spells in general.
Any ranger spell you cast. That's actually pretty good.
There are some good spells that would suck.
You can take a bonus action to change the damage type you choose for the weave the elements feature to a different damage type in the list. When you do so, you can choose a creature that you can see within 30 feet of yourself. The creature must make a con save or take 66 damage.
Of either damage type, your choice. So we start off. We could start off with, let's say, fire, and swap it to acid, and we'll get like the pick of those two.
Does this save or suck?
But
yeah, you can use this feature a number of times equal to.
I think it's save or suck because it doesn't. Say
yeah, I said it's save or suck.
Oh, I thought you were saying that as a question.
No, that was a statement.
Okay.
Vermin. I mean, this is very basic.
It's basic, but fine. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I feel like the previous one was more fun.
I agree. It was more fun, but this one doesn't do anything harmful, I suppose.
But it also, but you can do as a ranger, you can just do a lot of this stuff.
Right.
Anyways.
Vermin Lord.
Yep.
Grow powerful
you
and
can comprehend and verbally communicate with tiny beasts.
Cool.
I feel like this might have a lot of crossover with Swarmkeeper. As a magic action, you can spend a spell to summon vermin swarms. You summon a swarm, number of swarms equal to the slots.
Level
for
a number of
you spend a spell slot to summon you summon a number of swarms equal to the slots level for 1 hour. Each swarm is summoned to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet. The swarm uses the Swarm of Vermin stat block.
Does this provide us with the? It does. Here you. Swarm of Vermin. So.
AC is 11 plus the spell level. That works.
Okay.
5 plus 10 per spell level works.
Speed. That makes sense. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Yep. All those immunities is cool. They get pack tactics. That could be fun.
And bite. It's a very basic swarm stat block. So this is basically a ranger where your companion is several swarms.
Yes.
Anyways, each swarm is summoned to an occupied space within 30 feet. Swarm uses the swarm for. In combat, they act during your turn. They can move and use reactions, but they only take unless you take a bonus action to command it to take an action in its stat block. You can command each swarm with a single bonus action.
And you could only use this feature once per short long rest? Wait.
Correct. Yeah, no, this is your big
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Again, let's see. You have other stuff.
But also, here's
As
here's a
it-
question about this. Because I
Ooh,
already,
actually-
I already see a big question about this. Because of how this is worded, where we get a number of swarms equal to our spell level that we use,
Yeah.
would that mean that we could only command one of them to attack of our bonus action? Or is it all of them? Okay.
You're good. We're good. Here's the real issue. As a bonus action, you command all of your swarms to make an attack action instead of just one. Alternatively, a single swarm can attack twice instead of once when it takes the attack action. Wait.
Wait.
What?
Now I'm confused. Wait. So,
Let's keep going. Alternatively, a single swarm can attack twice instead of once when it takes the attack action. You can use this feature a number of...
I see. So whenever we're commanding it, one of these swarms that we're commanding to attack, that one can get an extra attack. Not all of them. I think.
Let me stop you, Ross. Let me stop you, because I need to suss this out. Okay. It can move, use reaction of its own, but the only action it takes, unless you take a bonus action, it can take an action in its staff block or some other action. You can command each swarm with a single bonus action. Ross. No, they can all attack.
No. I'm saying I was talking about for the level 3. It's saying alternatively a single swarm can make
Attack twice instead of once when it takes the attack action. This ability doesn't make sense. Like, you can do your best to try and defend it. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not even trying to defend it. I'm trying to properly understand it. So like
The issue, okay, here. Let me break down as a DM how I can best interpret this ability.
okay.
And I am your DM, so obviously how I interpret it is how you're gonna have to live with it.
Right.
Okay? So, this first paragraph. Nothing is saying that only one swarm can attack per turn. Correct?
Correct.
So, this entire ability states I can use one bonus action to be like, ooh, rats! Get them! And all the rats can be like,
So-
yeah, we're gonna get them!
Which would be what? At the highest 5 different attacks? If we use a 5th level spell slot later on.
There are ways to get it higher.
Right, I know. I'm just saying as a straight class ranger.
Correct, yes. But either way.
Yeah.
Either flipping way. So I do that, right?
Yep.
And that is what this says. Now we go down to this warming strikes. As a bonus action, you can command all of your swarms to make an attack action instead of just one.
Oh,
Yes? I do not, sorry. Sorry, Cope, sorry. Sorry, Ross, rather.
yeah.
Yeah. So except for we can already do that.
Right. That's what's really.
Alternatively, a single swarm can attack twice instead of once when it takes the action. So this is the only ability here. But the issue I have is, in what situation would I want to sacrifice all of my swarms just to have one swarm attack twice?
Maybe if a swarm is.
The answer is if there's ever just one swarm.
If there's ever one swarm, or there's an enemy in the battle map that we have,
Either way.
and our other swarms can't get to the guy, but we have one swarm over there.
Either way, it is a moot point. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
That's
And
a,
you regain all of the use when you finish a short or long rest.
that's
but
a good
again-
number of times, actually.
It's a good number of times to do what I already can do.
Yeah, no.
But that's not actually my biggest issue. It is a complete mess up on the rules on their part. And I have to assume this is like a leftover from a previous version of the subclass.
Maybe.
I have another issue with this level 3 ability.
Is it the fact that so far, looking at this subclass, we only can do stuff with our vermin, and that's a once per rest feature?
Correct. Meaning, if there are 2 combats per short rest, you're just gonna be a ranger. And
Right,
you know how to do a 2024 ranger.
Right, unless somehow both combats are within that hour that it lasts for.
Correct. But let's not assume so.
Right, of course.
The point is, if you are unable to get a short rest, which is completely reasonable, and then we got spells, reasonable spells.
Wait, that one's new. Actually, we have a couple new ones.
Oh. Consumption.
Consumption. I believe it's new.
It is,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's definitely new. All right, let me get that up on my
We have
document.
2 new ones.
Consumption. That's
The first level concentration bonus action, material
Here you go.
component. Don't care. Concentration minute. As part of casting spell, you must expend a hit die, or the spell automatically fails. Choose a creature within range and roll the expended hit die. The creature takes net rock damage equals the number rolled. Not an issue, not an issue, not an issue. Creature makes a constitution save throughout the enemy's turn. The fails, the creature takes net rock damage equals the roll of the hit dice. On the spell ends. Okay.
So we basically, so how I understand this is basically, I mark someone as a bonus action, sacrificing
Yeah.
my health for later, and they take
Yeah.
damage over time until they make a con save.
The interesting thing here is, by the wording, it seems like the roll stays forever. Anyways,
Okay. Sounds like you are fine with it.
yeah, it's fine. Flash Fever. 3rd level, minute concentration. Requires a flint and steel.
Ooh, we're
Choose
getting
a
all
creature that
Minecraft.
You can see within range. The creature breaks into a cold sweat and makes a constitution save throw on a failed save. The cold sweat becomes a burning creature. The creature takes 26 fire damage at the start of each turn. The spell save the spell ends.
Okay.
For the duration, you can take a reaction at the start of the target's turn to deal 1d6 fire damage to the creature. The target must repeat this throughout the end of each of its turns until it gets 3 successes or failures. If the target does not see these saves, the spell ends. If the target fails to these saves, it takes 46 fire damage and the spell ends. This is bad. This is really bad.
So wait. So I cast the spell on an enemy. They make a con save. If they fail,
Mhm.
they take 1d6 fire damage as a baseline. But
And you
I
gotta use your
also can
reaction to get more damage for the next 3 turns, for the next 6 turns potentially.
right.
But
And if they fail
statistically,
more, it would be
I'm
46.
yeah, because of the length of a D&D battle, generally like 3 to 4 rounds.
Right.
Statistically, and I hate to say this, this is going to do less damage than that first level spell we just looked at that was a bonus action.
Probably, honestly,
I'm gonna have
yeah.
to say approved without thought, and let's move on. The time you spent with the Plague Bang runs is rendered immune to the poison. Additionally, you gain proficiency in Constitution's saving throws.
Cool.
When you use swarming strikes, each swarm that takes the attack action makes 1 additional attack. Okay, this is a bit better now, but still. Each creature damaged by a swarm's attack during this action has the poison uses. So I want to point out, this 3rd level ability doesn't get good until you hit 11th level.
Yeah.
Because now it actually does something different than just not using it. Beforehand, it was the same deal. Just get a single attack. Level 15, Strength is one. You can call on your rodent minions for defense. When you take damage from a creature you can see within 10 feet of yourself, you can take a reaction to direct the damage towards a swarm you can see within 5 feet of yourself. You know what I'm about to say.
This is a proof without thought, and I think the biggest issue with this,
The biggest issue,
you only get one per short rest.
yeah, again, you can make the argument. Certain games will be structured where they will get to use them for the whole thing, but that's not every game.
Oh no, I agree with you.
And it's not my games. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I also don't understand why. Now this could be changed, of course, with multi-classing, but we're not looking at that right now. I don't see why there's such a restriction on how many, like, once for a short or long rest, and we're expending a leveled spell for it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like the short or long rest part isn't exactly necessary because they don't have a lot. They don't have that much hit points. I mean, sure, they have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Looking at the scaling of these guys, I think this subclass went through like 3 or 4 versions, and they never met back in the middle to figure out what version they were going with.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah,
that was the Rangers. That ran the gamut, really. One really, really good subclass.
One
okay. Meh subclass. And one subclass. So let's see if the other subclasses can stand up when we look at Sorcerer.
All right. And yeah, we'll be back to do some sorcering. Time for some sorcery, and the first one we have is the Apocalypse Sorcerer, which is very funny because recently we had done recorded the Approved or
looked at
Not
the-
for the Apocalypse
new one.
subclasses,
Yeah.
which included a sorcerer.
But not anyways, let's read this.
Right, no, it's just ironic.
Hasten or stall the end of the world, blah blah blah, flavor. You get some spells.
Let's see, any new ones? Augury.
No.
no new
These are all
ones.
known. No new, which is fine.
All of them are fine.
You are obsessed with. You are obsessed with documenting your visions. You gain proficiency with Clicker for supplies, and you can create spell scrolls in half the time and half the cost in GP. I mean, not horrible. In addition, when you create a spell scroll, you can ensorcel it. When you ensorcel a spell scroll, you must expend a spell slot equal to or greater than the spell's level, and you can spend sorcerer points to apply one of your meta magic options.
Ooh.
Any creature that knows at least one language can use your ensorceled spell, which casts the spell with the benefit of the meta magic option you chose. The spell scroll remains ensorcelled until it is used or you finish a long rest.
So first off, was not expecting this to be a scroll sorcerer, but
I got
I mean,
issues
here we go.
with this. I have issues with this feature.
so just to clarify on this, as long as the creature knows a language, it can use the scroll. If it's
Correct.
if
So
it's let's say a fighter,
Yeah.
They wouldn't have to make
anybody
the check?
can cast this. That is correct. Yeah, anyone can cast spells with this. That is very much true. So keep in mind, this is still following the usual spell making rules. So you need to be able to You need to know the spell to be able to
right.
make scrolls up, which is fine. Something you gotta keep in mind.
I'm trying to think, that also brings up another question, and something that I actually didn't know because I never actually used a scroll as a sorcerer. Can you? Because you're still casting a spell technically. Would you be
Yes,
able
you
to?
can apply meta magics. Yeah, you can.
Okay,
The
so
point of this is to let other people cast your spell,
okay.
which comes to what kind of the issue with this feature.
This heavily depends on what spell you put in it.
Oh, 100%. But also, I don't think there are that many times as a sorcerer where I actually want other people casting my spells. By the way,
Yeah.
ignore the typing in the background. I'm actually gonna mute Neo.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to a scroll using sorcerer.
Again,
But-
yeah. It's just again the issue here is that. But let's keep going. Bear witness. You have prepared your entire life for the while you innate sorcery feature is active. You gain the following benefits:
You have resistance to force damage.
of force damage.
Okay.
Once per active innate sorcery, as a bonus action, you can use a spell scroll that has a spell with a cast time of an action.
As a
Did we
bonus
do
action.
that did we do that? Did we do that for our scroll-based subclass?
I think we did something similar. Yes.
And you are immune to the frightened condition.
Okay. This isn't horrible.
Also, your obsessive reflection of the Inspire Ring. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can create one spell scroll at no cost. It must be still level 5 or lower that you can cast. It disintegrates when you finish a long rest.
I think
honestly?
the scroll wizard. I'm trying to think of the name. Has a very similar feature.
And then we got Forbidden Magic, the end of authority. Put a lot of lore in there. When you cast sorcerer spell using a spell slot, you can choose one option below. Okay, there
So
we go.
it must require a spell slot. So this isn't any of the scroll ones. So what do we got?
If the spell requires a material component with a cost, you can cast the spell without the material component. You take force damage with a 4 times level of the spell slot. Immediately after you cast this damage, ignores resistance and immunity.
Okay.
Taking damage can't break your concentration on the spell.
However, when the spell ends, you gain 1 level of
Gain
exhaustion.
Correct.
And
If the spell requires an attack roll, the spell automatically hits an attack, and the attack roll is a crit. Your hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to 4 times the level of the spell slot immediately after you cast it. When you finish a long rest, hit point maximum returns to normal. This is actually really cool.
it's really cool, but also, so here is a question about this.
Yes.
Specifically, if the spell requires an attack roll, would that mean that only what? I don't know. Yeah, if it's like something like Scorching Ray, which sorcerers have in general, would that mean that only one of them would automatically hit and be a critical hit? And
Correct, but that's still
Ooh.
huge.
that's still huge, but you don't want to use this for Scorching Ray. You'd want to use this for something
Honestly,
else.
by 14th level, you're probably using this on a cantrip and getting the most benefit.
Well, you can't. This specifically requires using
Right.
a spell slot. So I would use this probably for do I would use this on?
Mm-hmm.
Chromatic Orb.
That's actually
Especially
pretty good, yeah. Anyway.
especially 2024 Chromatic Orb, where you can do like a chain thing.
Anyways, this ability is fine. Let's look at the last one. I'll tell you my whole thoughts.
And then the
Another
end is
thing,
nigh.
What kind of best? As a magic action, describe the end of day. Use each creature of your choice and 30 minutes. What's the tempo against your spell? Take 66 fighting damage, 64 damage, and has the frightened condition for a minute. On later, creature takes as much damage as the green. A frightened condition in turn, and the frightened condition on success. If this damage reaches creature, which creature can be revived only by cool. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Unless you spend 6 order points, no one required.
Each creature of your, okay, I want to make sure it says each creature of your choice. Cool capstone.
No, it isn't.
Oh, it's neat.
Mm-mm.
You don't think it's neat?
No, I think this is a bad capstone. I think every ability in this subclass is bad except for the level 14 one.
Yeah.
Here. Let's follow it. Okay, first off, spell list. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, spell
Who
list.
cares?
It's fine.
Okay, good to know Revivify's in there. Actually, Revivify being there is actually really important.
Oh yeah, you can make a scroll of Revivify.
But
Ooh.
only no, that's not why. That's not why.
Oh no, that doesn't boost my rating of this, but that's something you do. Is that okay?
No, it's because of excessive.
Wait, do you still need the costly material component if you're casting it through a scroll?
Yes. Well, you need it to make the
Okay.
scroll. You need the costly material component to make the scroll.
I see. Okay.
Anyways, point is, the only ability I like, so this, you make spell scrolls.
Which
As I said
power,
before,
which
Because they go away when you take a long rest, it's not like you'll ever be in a position where you can prepare them early.
yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
That means in order to make spell scrolls for spells you don't know if you're going to need to cast in a day, you're taking away your ability to cast spells you definitely know.
It also doesn't help that
And then-
sorcerers are not prepared casters.
Correct.
So
But more importantly is what I say.
right.
That's cool. In 803, I got resistance to force damage. Meh. Not a lot of things do force damage.
That 2014 especially. I don't know about 2024,
2024, it's a little more, but still.
but still, yeah, I agree with you. Like
Then we
force
got
damage
Recite
resistance,
Scripture.
it's nice, I guess, but
Once per, once. So once while your innate sorcery is active, you need bonus action to a spell scroll. You know what else you could do? Quicken spell. Not to mention, you could have already attached Quicken spell to the spell.
do you know what this enables though? And it's something I feel like mainly applies to the 2024 rules rather than 2014.
Mhm.
So there's an overall rule where you can only cast one leveled spell that costs a
Correct,
spell
correct.
slot
I
during
know what you're about to
2024.
say. Yes. Because
This-
you're not spending a spell slot, you can totally do it.
Right. Doesn't make it that great, especially for our case of
But
2014.
still, just
but
the once. Just the once.
yeah, just the one.
And then immune to frightened. Nah.
Cool.
And then we got our other thing.
More
Long rest.
schools.
Spell scroll. Great.
Forbidden
Yeah,
magic.
yeah,
I like
um,
Forbidden magic.
Yeah, Forbidden Magic's great. So yeah. So
And then
unfortunately,
End
I'm
is
gonna say
Nigh.
approved without thought because one good ability does not a good subclass make.
I'm in agreement. I see what they were going for, and I mean, again, like I was saying, I'm not opposed to a scroll themed sorcerer.
We literally made a scroll team subclass that you're playing.
Right? Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to also having one for the sorcerer. I'm not playing a
Anyways.
sorcerer. I'm playing artificer. But either way,
Haunted sorcery.
haunted sorcery.
Blah 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 blah.
That's
You were haunted.
Yep.
You gain after your survivor increases. Blah blah.
We get
We got some
spells.
spells.
We get chill touch. I know how much I get chill touch. Oh,
It
we
is
do.
a really cantrip.
We do have a new spell here.
Little death.
Little death. Let me find that on the list just so I'm on it.
An 8-hour spell.
What level is it? 5th?
5th, yes.
Little dead.
Action
little dead.
self.
Here it is. Little. Is it little dead or little death?
Death.
Death. Okay.
We
Alright.
have a material component, a costly material component.
Of
An item of
Pers-
personal sentimental value worth 1 silver piece. Admittedly,
that might be one of the least.
easiest to get.
Yeah, that might be the easiest thing someone could get.
I feel like you gotta be honest with the DM and like do some genuine RP with that to justify what's sentimental to you. Anyways,
Right. Anyway, 5th
when you
level
cast a
action.
spell, you drop
self-
to 0 hit points and die.
Oh, so we just.
At the start of... Good thing this isn't... Oh, you know what? This was a concentration spell. At the start of your next turn, you become a ghost occupying the same space as your corpse.
Oh.
Your games are placed by the ghost stat block.
Well, I guess we gotta figure out what the ghost stat block is.
The ghost stat block is a very standard stat block. Ghost.
Okay.
Yep, this is it. This is your stat block. Got multi-attack.
Cool. And we have
sorry.
we have possession.
That is true. While you are a ghost, you can only use abilities detailed in the ghost stat block. In addition, you add your proficiency bonus to attack rolls and DC of your ghost abilities.
Oh, wait. So that means that our DC for possession, because that's a save, right?
Desire.
Ooh.
Yeah. Your GM secretly rolls 1d8 when you cast a spell.
Okay.
After a number of hours equal to the number rolled, the spell ends. So it can't be up to 8. The spell ends early if you are reduced to 0 hit points as a ghost, or you take the magic action to end the spell. If the material component used to cast the spell remains on your corpse, you return to your life with a number of hit points equal to half your hit point maximum. This is a weird healing spell.
Yeah,
If the
in
material component
theory.
used to cast the spell is no longer on your corpse, you make death saving throws as no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, wait, because you die.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can we rye get it.
Yeah, we. Right. Yeah, we know what they
If
were
your body
meaning.
is destroyed or damaged, all the fast survive. You are under the you are under the effects of the spell. Its duration becomes permanent, and you remain a ghost until you're reduced to 0 hit points. Your body is targeted by an effect that returns the living to the dead, such as raise dead or resurrection.
Wait, returns living to the. Wouldn't it be dead to the living?
What's
Like bringing
that?
someone
Returns
back
the
to
living
life?
to the dead. The living to the returns the living. You know, that is. I get what they're going for, but that is weird grammatically.
Yeah, no. I'm glad that it took you a second too to realize like what I was talking about.
I think they meant returns life. Anyways,
Right.
either way, this spell. I'm not gonna ban this spell, but oh my god, this spell is complicated.
This is a question.
Mhm.
Is there a restriction to what ghosts can possess? I'm assuming they
That-
can't possess because that's the big feature about ghosts that I'm looking at is the possession.
A humanoid.
So only humanoid. Okay. Still,
I think I would home rule a bunch of stuff about this possession. This would be interesting for a gimmick character if you let me play it. If you trust me.
yeah.
'Cause here's how I would. This is not raw or rye. This is how I would rule this spell. If you possess someone while you are in it, they keep their in-game stats, whatever those are, but gain your class feature.
So if I were to, let's say, possess a caster of some kind, I would be able to use metamagic through them? You said
I
I'd be
mean,
able to
if you
use my
possess-
class features.
If you possess a caster or a non-caster, you'd be able to cast your spells.
Okay.
Normally, possession doesn't allow you to use any class features.
Oh.
I am saying you get your class features, and spellcasting is a class feature.
Okay.
So yeah, you would be able. Actually, you'd be able to basically cast. Presuming you have subtle spell, you could basically cast anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is a special ruling I would give, just to make it more fun.
So
the spell's fine though. Spell's fine though.
no, it's fairly interesting.
Anyways, let's keep going.
Let's see any other new ones. I don't believe so.
That's
No.
it. That's it.
Yep.
When you roll initiative, you can add your charisma modifier to the roll. Okay.
Cool.
You learn the Find Familiar and cast it. Good for you. The familiar takes the form of a specter.
Hmm.
Though it is an undead. It's. Oh, they messed that up. You didn't need. I see what they're going with. I see why they're saying it, but it's funny.
See what's really funny?
Yeah.
I glanced at this, was like, wait, instead of Celestial Fey Fiend, I literally had to look up the 5 familiar spell. I always forget that whatever your familiar is, it's considered one of those types of your choice.
Correct. Yes. Anyways, as a magic action, you can command your Phantom Companion to gain the invisible condition until it attacks or you cast a spell through it. By the way, if you're curious, you know the Spectre Stat Block at this point.
Yeah.
You know it. You love it. It's played a big role in Out of the Abyss. While invisible, it leaves no physical weapons capacity. It can be tracked only by magic, and equipment objects holding remain visible. Additionally, when you take the attack action, you can throw one of your own attacks to allow your familiar to make its life drain attack with its reaction.
So, I do want to make something clear, and I think you also see an issue with this too. We're a sorcerer. Normally, we don't normally take the attack. The attack action is not casting a spell. This is just us bonking or maybe a crossbow using.
You are absolutely correct. We would have to.
If this sorcerer doesn't get extra attack, this would be really weird. But even then.
Anyways, you're born with you get level 6, it empowers.
The familiar gets hit points increase equal to 4 times your sorcerer level. That's a pretty solid hit point boost.
Max increases by 4 times your sorcerer. You can cast spells as if you were in the familiar's space. Technically, you couldn't do this, but no one cared. When you use your action to cast a spell, you can use a bonus action to command your Phantom Companion to use its life drain attack with its reaction.
So no matter what, as long as we cast a spell, doesn't say using a spell slot.
Correct.
So we could use a cantrip. We could have our guy do a bonus action. Okay, that's better.
Yeah. You have resistance to necrotic damage when you cast a sorcerer spell that deals damage. You can do necrotic whatever damage type you like.
Necrotic ball.
As a magic action, you can direct your Phantom Companion to possess a creature of your choice within 5 feet of you. Your hand in the dark makes a critical save against your spell save DC. On a fail save, your Phantom Companion enters the target for 1 minute. So the target's resistant to your familiar can possess. While then as the creature's body, it controls the creature. The familiar's hit points, dice strength are replaced by the creature's. The creature's can otherwise keep its game statistics. When the target is possessed, you have a telepathic link with your Phantom Companion as long as the two of you are within. You can use telepathic link to which commands your Phantom Companion. No extra card unless you have any blah blah. Access moves like blah blah protect itself. You command the target to take a reaction, but must make whenever the target takes damage or repeats the save at the end of the turn. Once you use the feature, you can it's like a short long rest. Meh. You can transmit your physical form into a Spectre one when you're death when you are reduced your hit point and not to that right. You can drop to 1 hit point instead and gain temporary hit points equal to half your hit points maximum at the start of each of your turns. You lose 10 temporary hit points. And creatures of your choice within 30 feet of you take the croc damage while you have temporary hit points. Your resistance to all damage 5 feet can hover and can move through. If you're in a turn, you touch face, you are shunted. They messed that one up a bit, but it's fine. You can't walk through walls.
Oh, you're right.
Which means this is just bad. This ability doesn't do much to fly. That's sad. Anyways, it's fine.
Yeah, no, this is fine.
So yeah, my general thoughts are I probably wouldn't go all the way in this subclass. What I would do and you can quote me on this because I'm saying it. What I would do is I would multiclass. I would take 5 levels into something that gets extra attack, and take 3 levels into this.
Yeah.
That way you can like get the best use out of your Phantom.
I mean, I guess early on, just doing a regular attack and having the Spectre do the reaction would be more damage, I guess. But I guess it just depends on what you're able to do.
Anyways, we gotta go fast for this one, so let's go fast.
The Wretched Bloodline.
You have the ability to cast a sliver of your curse onto another temporarily as one. You choose a creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The chosen creature's damage on the next D20 test it makes before the start of your next turn. Once you use the feature, you can't take for a short or long rest unless you spend 1 sorcery point to restore your use of it.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's pretty nice.
You just give everybody.
You could use all your sorcery points to be like disadvantage, disadvantage, disadvantage.
Yep. Your sense is easily attuned. You always have the technical good spell print and cast it without cutting spell slots.
Cool.
Forever. There's no limit on this. You can just do this. In addition, choose one of the following type of creatures as the being that cursed your ancestors. On each of your turns, your remaining concentration on that, including when you cast it. Creatures. Oh, never mind. They have the last sentence. Other chosen type of disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you can't be possessed or charmed or frightened by such creatures. Once you cast what you can't do, it's gonna take a short or long rest. Meh. I mean, it's okay.
So while we have while we have concentration on this. Oh wait, no, this is detect evil and good.
Yeah, we pick a monster,
Oh.
we pick a type, and then like, okay. And then we got Wretched Curse.
But wait.
What
What would be the point of this first one if don't sorcerers get protection from evil and good? Wouldn't that do the same thing?
I'm
I'm not crazy, right? Don't they get protection from evil and good?
I was trying to do a rapid fire. Making up the check. They do not.
They do not. Okay, my bad.
Anyways, let's go. You got a curse. You have disadvantage on dex stealth checks to escape most. In addition, your hit point maximum increases by 1. Or you have disadvantage on the rise plus light. In addition, you can see normally in dim light and darkness, but both magical and non-magical within 100 feet of yourself.
Both magical and non-magical. That's interesting.
Yep. Your ancestral curse. You have disadvantage on charisma checks. In addition, you are immune to the poison condition that resistance to necrotic damage. And you got level 6. You always have bestows. You can have spells when you have a spell slot. You got spell this way, but it doesn't require concentration. Its range changes 60 for that casting.
Cool.
Then Terrifying Visage. The bonus action you can adopt Terrifying Visage as being that cursed you. Your access for 10 minutes. During this time, you can take the magic action to cause the creature of your choice you can see within 30 feet of yourself to make a Wisdom saving. On a failed save, the creature has a fighting condition until the end of your next turn. In addition, while your Terrifying Visage is active, you gain the following events based on the trade technique. You can teleport, you have resistance, undead. You have reaction stamina, right? Once you use it, you can't use it again, and then Vengeance Limits. Your magic has become powerful that you can call command of a curse you. Choose one of the following people in the choice you made. Lamia or Troll, Barb Devil, Incubus or Succubus, Ghost or Wrath. Wraith. I mean, no matter what, we can summon ghosts, so...
As magic action, you could spend 5 sorcery points to summon your chosen...
The creature appears, so you when you get this feature, you just pick a creature.
Right, but you have to...
Space. The creature is an ally to you in combat, carries your initiative, but it takes your turn. It obeys your commands. If you don't issue it, it takes a dodge action. You have to do what? You spend sorcery points? This is fine.
I wish there was a lot of sorcery things. It's like, oh, you could use this once for free. And we're 18th level. I wish you got at least one use of this for free. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I wish,
The big thing here is it's not concentration.
That's true. That's true.
Anyways, yeah, I actually like this one.
I like the idea of it, yeah.
I know I was going very fast through it, but I did actually like it. Anyways, next time.
Next time we have the...
Paladin.
Oh, it might be Rogue. It might be Rogue Paladin. Just a hair shy of Rogue. And yeah, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. Please, I'd like to smite.
Well, I'll see if you smite. We got Paladin. We got the Oath of Pestilence.
Yep.
which is let's see, blah 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 blah. All level 3. You can inflict disease when you hit a creature with an attack roll using a weapon or unarmed strike.
Yep. You
You
can
can
expend.
expend a use of your channel divinity to give that creature the poison condition for a minute. While poisoned, this way the target also has the incapacitated condition. At the end of each of its turns, it makes the Constitution savings or anything. So this is guaranteed 1-turn incapacitate for a channel divinity.
First turn incapacitation and
Yeah.
poisoned. Which, in this case, poison wouldn't do much. Unless, can a incapacitated creature still make regular ability checks for some reason?
Oh, depends. They can't take any bonus actions, or reactions. But anything that grapple checks would still be a thing.
But wait, wouldn't both getting into a grapple
Okay.
cost an attack action?
They can't grapple. They can be grappled.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, no, this is a one turn, at the very least one turn, just get you out of the fight. Which is not bad.
100.
For
And the
Divinity slot.
legendary resistances can't even do anything about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of like 2014, what's that spell that causes people to dance? It's 6th level.
Irresistible dance.
Irresistible dance. Thank you.
Anyways, let's keep going.
Entropic infection.
We also get, as a magic action, you can expend a use of your channel. So this is our second channel divinity.
Yep, we get 2 channel divinities.
This creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself for a minute. If you deal damage to the target, they take an extra 2d6 necrotic damage. In addition, they lose resistance and immunity to necrotic damage. They can make a con save against the paladin spell save DC at the end of each turn.
This could be a lot of damage in theory.
I'll be honest, I could never see myself using this over the first one. Don't get me wrong. It's not that this is bad. The first one's just too good. The paladins, for the most, have like a channel divinity.
Well, so both of these are a con save. The only thing is, at least with the first one, this paladin is already able to do something while the effect is happening. Because it's a magic action, and the extra damage only comes from you. And they make a con save at the end of each of its turns? Yes, end of each of its turns. Which means that there's a chance that you use this, right? It gets to the enemy's turn. They do whatever they do. At the end of the turn, make a con save. Oh, they succeeded. And you got nothing out of it.
I mean, it's more that the making them not able to do anything for a round is really way too good.
It is. It is really good.
There is no universe where they fail to save an infection and you get nothing out of it.
Although, we do gotta keep in mind, the first one only works if the creature even is able to be poisoned. So like most undead, I'm assuming, and most constructs are gonna be immune to this. First one.
I actually read something.
Oh?
Like I was looking over some sage advice stuff not too long. I don't remember when it was said, but someone clarified something interesting to me.
Oh, really?
Yes. Don't source me on this, because I don't remember where I heard that. But apparently it is the idea that being immune to one effect isn't immune to everything.
Right. The only...
But in this case, it's specifically as well poisoned in this way.
Yes.
You're right.
In this context, it is this way.
But again, if it can be poisoned, which again, a lot of things can. I know we've had this conversation before.
Right. A lot of things can.
I just would always pick that. Anyways.
Then we get spells. Oh, we have a couple new ones. Or, this is a spell is... yeah, 2 new ones. Flash Fever and, I don't know, Cascadation's official, never mind. Just Flash Fever for the spell list.
You mean Contagion?
Contagion. That's official. Yeah, but...
Yep.
Flash Fever.
Flash Fever. Alright, it is a 3rd level spell, action, material component, a flint and steel.
Let me get that spell on my page.
Okay, when you're ready.
Flash Fever. Oh, never mind. I guess we...
Yeah.
Right, we already looked at this one for a subclass. Never mind. My bad.
Then we move on.
Yeah, my bad.
Our aura.
Whenever a creature within our aura of rampant sickness is about to make a D20 test, this is saves, attack rolls, ability checks,
Any
etc.
D20 roll, yeah.
You could take a reaction to impose disadvantage on the D20 test.
Honestly, fair enough.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're a paladin, and more than likely, an enemy is going to be within this reach.
Yeah, they could cause disadvantages, cancel out matters, they can do a number of things. But then level
Right.
15. When you are reduced to 0 hit points and not killed outright, you can spend any number of hit dice, roll them, and reduce the damage taken by the total rolled on those dice.
Okay.
In addition, if you are killed, your corpse explodes. Uh-oh, this is bad. In a shower of pus and gore, each creature in 20-foot emanation originating from you makes a Constitution saving throw against the Paladin spell save DC, taking 8d6 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. We have a problem, Ross.
Oh?
Something that you have to consider about this feature.
Oh, what's up?
You know how this works, Ross. You don't get to ask me what's up.
Okay.
What's the problem?
Is this a mechanics issue or an issue that you have with it?
Mechanics issue.
Okay. So it sounds like this is more relating to the second part, especially because the first part doesn't seem anything weird.
Correct.
Um,
It is the second paragraph. I'll give you that.
So, in addition, if you are killed...
Okay, before
Wait.
you do anything, I will state, this ability works exactly as stated, so you're not looking for anything that contradicts what it says. But there is a byproduct of this ability working exactly as stated.
Well, the first thing that I noticed when I'm reading this is the fact that it's each creature in the 20-foot emanation, which, for context, that's the size of a fireball.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it says...
not my issue.
Oh. Well, it's so important to point out the fact that you would end
Oh,
up hitting your
100%.
allies with this.
100% important to figure out, but I would also state, this would happen if you are killed. I would hope to think 9 times out of 10, if someone's about to be killed and you know they have this feature, you know to stand back.
Right.
There is another problem.
Your corpse explodes in a shower of pus and gore. I guess... Would it be the fact that technically a group of players could sort of quote-unquote spam this? Like if...
Cannot. This is unspammable.
Oh, because
That's
your
part of the
corpse
problem.
explodes. You're right.
Do you see the issue?
I do, yeah, because your corpse explodes. And this isn't a choice thing. It just explodes.
It just explodes.
There's no can you can have your corpse explode. It's just your corpse explodes. Which means that this
Yeah.
character, once they hit level 15, are unrevivable. Revivable?
Not unrevivable. But
It's a lot higher of a cost to revive. Like,
correct.
isn't...
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
So Raised Dead. Raised Dead. You get this about like 10th level.
Yes.
9th level really. Provided it has been no longer intended, the creature is both willing, blah blah blah. The spell also charges any blah blah blah. The spell closes all, but it doesn't restore. I guess more importantly, it's touch. You have to touch the dead body.
Yeah, touch the
Now-
dead body. Revivify, I believe, is the exact same thing.
Yes. If I look at Reincarnate,
Yes, that was the spell I was trying to think. I believe you just need a part of the creature, I think.
you do not. The magic questions in the GM rolls. The reincarnation creature calls it retains. Yeah. I guess yeah, you do need a part. So yeah, you can't reincarnate either.
Well, the body explodes. It doesn't say disintegrate, so I'm assuming like one of the body parts, like you'll
I guess-
find like a
I
hand
guess-
or something.
I guess, yeah. I guess. Yeah. I guess we could go with that. But otherwise, we're gonna need the big gun.
Resurrection. Yes.
It's a 7th level spell, so we get it at 13th level.
13th level, so it is available, but it's still a high cost.
depending on party comp, I should say.
Of course, of course.
You touch a deck that's been different than that didn't die of old age. You touch the heart turns life with all simple soldiers and precision. This is all close all moment. So that's what that's been different. 1 year long takes until you finish the longer. You can't cast spells again. You have. Oh no! Resurrection won't do it. Resurrection won't do it.
I think we need
We need true resurrection.
Did we look at reincarnate?
We did. We specifically did. We talked about
okay.
reincarnate. Creatures have been for long and has died for any reason except old age. If the creature's soul, spell can even provide. So, true resurrection. The spell can even provide a new body. 9th level spell.
9th level and hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Yeah.
And 25,000 gold.
I mean, you're high level. I don't think 25,000 gold is a tough ask at that high level. But still.
Yeah,
That
no.
is taking 15 levels into this is basically signing the do not resuscitate clause.
Yeah, no. This would be a cool character death moment, though. Like, if I'm going down, you're
100%.
going down with me.
I want to be clear. This is not a knock on this. Honestly, I'd play it. It's just an acknowledgement.
Right, of course.
So let's keep going.
And then
20th
Plague
level.
Bringer, level 20. Bonus action 10
As a
minutes.
bonus
You know it,
action-
you love it.
Once you use this feature changes again, you can also restore yourself by playing a level 5 spell slot. You are immune to poison damage and the poison condition, and resistant to necrotic damage.
Nice.
Your hit point maximum can't be reduced. Whenever an enemy starts to turn within your possession, it takes necrotic damage equal to the modifier plus reference. Meh.
Yeah, the capstone is a little bit. But
So here's the thing. Okay, this subclass is fine, but I feel like the very smart thing to do: take 7 levels and do something else.
yeah, probably. Approved?
Yeah, approved.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. We got the Oath of Slaughter. Ready?
Yep, I am ready.
As a bonus action, you can spend to use the Channel Divinity to enter a battle frenzy.
Yep.
You gain the following of benefits
While
while
in this frenzy.
feature is active. When you miss with an attack roll using a melee weapon, you can take a reaction and make another attack with the same weapon. You have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charmed, frightened, and stunned conditions.
Those are
And
nice.
last... I see what they're doing here. Do you see what they're doing here?
I do. This is basically
Uh,
it's rage, but
Berserker.
not
You're thinking
rage.
Berserker. You're thinking... Anyways.
Yeah.
Yes. Frenzied Slaughter lasts until the end of your next turn and ends early if you have the capacity condition. If your Frenzied Slaughter is still active on your next turn, you can extend it for another round by doing one of the following.
Make an attack roll against an enemy.
Against an enemy. Force an enemy to make a saving throw. You're bloodied at the end of your next turn. Here's my issue with this. Here is my issue with this feature. Each time a Frenzied Slaughter is extended, it lasts until the end of your next turn. You can maintain it for up to a minute. Here is my issue with this. This is 3 levels of Paladin to get this, right?
Correct.
Mechanically, it is worse than just being a Berserker Barbarian. At least the 2014 variation. I don't know about the 2024 variation, of course.
I would say one point as a bonus for this.
Mhm.
Because I've thought about this. If you were to multi-class this, a barbarian with this paladin, and use this Channel Divinity, they would gain one extra benefit from doing this. Even a berserker barbarian. And
The
that
reaction attack, right?
right, because they're doing the reaction attack on their turn, or more than likely, let's say they reckless attacked, the reaction attack, because it's still on your turn, would be at advantage.
Get the benefits. Correct. And get all the other benefits that come. You're not wrong.
Right.
You're not wrong.
which is nice.
But still, that's a lot of investment to get that.
It is.
So to keep it, by the way, you have to be bloody. Anyways,
Right, which yeah.
we got spells.
And we got a few new ones. Crimson Lash.
Oh, one of these we've already looked at.
Actually, some
A
of the
couple of these
I'll
we've
say this,
already looked at.
the ones that we have not looked at for 2020 because they're brand new is Crimson Lash and Insight Rot. However, as I've looked at throughout a couple things I've looked at early in this book, There have been changes, so maybe there are changes for some of the newer spells.
I mean, you say that, but if I go to those spells, it is telling me its source is the book we've already looked at.
Oh, is
That
it?
means this is being pulled right from that book.
Oh, I did not consider that. All right.
So it is. They are telling you can cast this spell,
Okay.
which we have already. In fact, I believe Suffocate we ended up banning, if I remember.
Yes, that one was the one that we ended up. Which
Anyways.
maybe we'll look at that again or some point. Who knows? Anyway,
Right. Crimson Lash.
so
First level, minute, bonus action self.
our first Sangromancy spell from this book that we've looked at.
As part of the casting spell, you must spend a hit point die. Or spell fails. The winning lash becomes is a simple weapon when you use your vision. It has the light, finesse, and reach properties. Really.
You can't-
Okay, so this is cool. You can use your spellcasting ability modifiers of your strength or dexterity for the attack. That's not bad. Its damage die is the same as the hit point.
Die expended.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting.
And
This
each
is
time
a
a cre-
multi-classer's favorite spell.
and each time the creature takes damage from this weapon, its hit point maximum is decreased by an amount equal to the damage
The
taken.
damage taken.
If you upcast the spell with a third or fourth level spell slot, you can make
You can make
two weapon attacks
weapon
with this
attacks.
weapon instead of the when you take the attack action. And if you're fifth level or higher spell slot, you can make up to 3 when you take the attack action.
Why in what
So-
universe would upcasting this ever make sense?
That's what my thought process were. Because here's the thing: when I originally read this, and this is, I'll say this: this is the spell that I want to double check things on. Because when I first read this, I was like, wait, would the upcastings be additional attacks? No.
No, it wouldn't.
Exactly. And
So basically, if you wanted to have multi-attack as a pure caster, which why would you? You have other stuff that are better.
right.
You could do so. But here's what you do. You take a single level, one level in Warlock,
Oh, Warlock.
and the
oh.
rest. Ooh, actually, no. Is this concentration?
It's not
It
concentration.
isn't. Yes. Then I repeat, one level in Warlock. Turn 1, cast Crimson Lash. Turn 2, take advantage of your other 19 levels of Barbarian, Rage.
Mm.
Remember, you spent a D12.
Here's the thing with that.
To be clear, Barbarian can be replaced with any martial.
Right. It can. My only
And as obviously said, that Paladin we just looked at just gets it, so.
My only thing with the spell is when I thought this was you getting extra attacks with it, I was sort of fine with that in the sense of, okay, normally if you wanted to cast a spell at those higher levels, like 5th level, heck, even 3rd or 4th, there's a good chance that your party might have magical weapons. And sometimes those might be just straight up stronger than what this would provide. Which, multiclassing,
Ross,
it could be a D12. If we're going straight class, there are 2 options that are giving us... okay.
I'm sorry for stopping you for a second. I feel like you're trying to defend something when my issue is it's underpowered, not overpowered. Also, at some point, he switched from deafened to muted.
Mm.
Anyways, yeah, my issue is it's underpowered. That's why I say I would never give this to a pure caster.
Oh, no. I wasn't even saying that I wasn't even saying it was overpowered. Like, I was saying it would have been, like, I would have considered it fine for the version that I thought it was originally when I first read it.
I mean, maybe, but I feel like at that point we're just overcomplicating.
Right.
No, this spell is fine as is. It is a spell you give to someone who, well, they are casting spells. Mainly they're hit whack it.
Right.
Anyways,
Uh,
it's approved. It is approved. Be
approved.
clear, it's
Okay.
approved. Yeah, and then there's no reason to look at Suffocate, but we do have to look at Bloodletter. This one is concentration. Bonus action.
Yep.
Minute. You touch a non-magical weapon until the spell ends. The next creature hit by the weapon must succeed on a con saving throw or receive a festering wound. They take 2d6 necrotic damage at the beginning of each turn for the remainder of the spell's duration. A creature can only have one festering wound at a time, receiving at least 1 point of magical healing, close the festering wound, ending the reoccurring damage and the spell.
and upcasting, it basically upcasts by a d6 every spell level above second.
That's an interesting situation. This is... Ooh, Bloodletter saying magical healing was actually smart now that I think about it.
Yeah, specifically magical. So,
A troll ain't just automatically breaking.
right.
Anyway, this spell's fine.
Yeah. Bloodletter. Find it.
Again,
There it is.
We don't need to look at Suffocate. We don't need to look at Consume Mind, which as a reminder, we've seen cast.
Oh yes, we actually had that cast in
Our old Princess game.
yeah, in Princes. Gary did it.
Supernal Smite. The next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon shatters the ambient magic turn of the creature and attacks deal an extra 4d6.
Force damage.
If the creature is concentrating on a spell, that concentration is broken. In addition, any spell of 3rd level or lower the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, the target make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC is 10 plus the... Alright, this is just a combo. This is just like Dispel Magic, Counter Spell, also some damage.
Yeah, I did also
Fourth
just realize.
Level, I think I can allow it.
I also just realized something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've looked at this spell before. In fact, this was a part of the other book as well.
Oh, so wait, really? It's part of the other book?
Yeah,
It
I saw.
doesn't say that.
Well, I know we've looked at this before. Yeah, for some reason it's just saying.
Player pack. It's in this book.
Oh no, there's 2 player packs.
Then what book is this then?
This is also
from
player.
Hollow Players. You could have told me I was doing a one we already did.
But I also wanted to bring up something that I never noticed about this spell before.
What's that?
I've never noticed that. So if you were to smite, let's say a character that had casted haste on themselves, for instance, no matter
Yep.
what, or actually no, let's say a higher spell. Let's say
Okay.
haste upcast, because I don't know what concentration spells are higher level, like they cast on themselves.
Yep.
The smite will no matter break the concentration, which means
Correct.
so unless you're targeting someone that is an effect of the spell, like this will just stop it, which is interesting.
Are all of these spells?
No, not all of them.
Okay, no. Player's Guide. Players. Oh, you're not tricking me into doing that. I'm not covering stuff we've already covered. This is Player's Pack.
The only one I'm not
Real
sure
spell.
is Player's Guide.
Incite Riot is Player's Guide. Okay.
So 5th level action, 30-foot range, concentration up for a minute, verbal smite, material component. When you cast the spell, you wave a red handkerchief using the material component. Oh yeah, the material component of a red handkerchief, very
Yep.
easy. And choose a number of creatures
Easy.
within range that you can see. Each chosen creature makes a Wisdom saving throw. It does so with
It does
advantage
so with
if
advantage.
you or your allies are fighting it. On a failed save,
Yeah,
the target
Mhm.
it has the charmed condition until the spell ends, or until you or your allies damage it. A charmed creature is friendly to you and your allies. While charmed, it must use its action to make an unarmed strike against the nearest creature other than you or your allies, or uses its turn to move towards the nearest target. At the end of each
No,
of
this
its
all works.
At the end of each of its turns, the target repeats the save, ending the spell on a success. What did you say? Sorry, I was trying to...
Yeah, this works. This works. Yeah,
Here's-
I'm just gonna simple. You have a question?
Here's why I'm confused about this. So it
Mhm.
discourages us to want to use this in combat. then it
doesn't discourage that at all.
well
That's just
at least
standard ruling. People use charm spells in combat all the time. Despite that, almost every charm spell has this clause. People still use it.
I guess. I don't know. It's also 5th level, which is high, especially for a paladin.
I mean, what I will say is, yeah, read what it says. It's called Incite Riot. The point of this isn't to be like, oh, hey, we're in a fight, go punch each other. It's to cause some commotion so you can get somewhere.
You know, that's fair. That's fair.
Anyways, this spell's fine. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
7th level, we got our aura.
Yep. Give me one little moment.
When a bloodied ally within your aura of protection makes an attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike, it gains a bonus to damage. The bonus equals your charisma modifier.
Okay. A little situational, and you'd hope your ally wouldn't be at half HP, but it happens.
I mean, I don't know. The extra damage sounds nice. Additionally, when a bloody creature within your aura of protection makes a saving throw against a Sangromancy spell, you can take a reaction to impose disadvantage on the save. Here's what I will say to that, Ross. Get someone who does self-damage for whatever reason, and they are gonna love you.
Right.
Anyways,
And then a part of the Pestilence Paladin, except it's specifically just Sangromancy.
alright, level 15, follow through. When a creature in your aura of protection becomes bloodied,
Just any
you can use
creature.
your reaction to move up to half your speed and make an attack with a melee weapon or unarmed strike. No opportunity attack, and you get an advantage on the attack roll.
I do want to know, because again, I just noticed this now as we're recording this.
Yep.
This is any creature that's in your aura, and this doesn't say anything about you having to have that person be the target. So a monster
Correct,
could
yes.
cause this.
Yep.
The ally
them in the
becomes
face.
bloodied, and then you charge in and just slash at it. This is a good
Yeah, 100%.
protector-esque thing.
Alright.
And Blood Knight.
Blood Knight. You get some stuff. Bonus
Yeah,
action.
usual god
minutes.
mode basic thing. Crimson
Okay,
armor.
we'll talk about, I'm not a big fan of these, but whatever. When a creature within your aura of protection becomes bloodied by an enemy, that's specific.
Yeah, that
You gain 30
specific.
temporary hit points.
That's a
When
solid
a
amount of
creature
hit
hits you with an
points.
attack roll, you can take a reaction to make a melee attack against that creature using a weapon or a punch. When you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack roll or a punch, you can choose any number within 5 feet of the original target within you, and they each take force damage equal to your charisma modifier,
Plus your proficiency bonus.
plus your proficiency bonus.
This probably gets a lot of ways to use a reaction to attack.
Yeah, honestly, this one works. This is a really nice damager tank type guy.
Yeah, I like it.
And then we got our Oath of Zeal. So we have a bonus action. We can use Channel Divinity to mark a creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself as a heretic. For 1 minute, your weapon attacks and unarmed strikes against the chosen creature can score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20 on the d20. In addition, whenever the target takes its turn, you can take a reaction to make a melee attack against that creature if it's within reach.
Yeah, it's gotta be within reach. I also want to bring up something real quick before we continue. We have actually seen Oath of Zeal before. I believe it's actually in the other book that we were talking about before. There is at least one main change I noticed.
So
And we'll talk
you've
about
seen
it when we-
2014 Oath of Zeal is what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm not. I'll look at it later.
I'll point out the main
Alright,
difference
so-
that I noticed when we get to it. But there might be
Anyways,
others.
This ability sucks. We got
Yeah.
spells.
Spells are fine. Nothing new. All fine spells.
And aura. One channel divinity usage, and it's that. Ugh.
You and your allies
You
have
and your allies have
immunity to the blind
blinding
condition.
while in your aura of protection. If a blinded ally enters the area or that, that incantation has no effect on the ally while there. Additionally, you can see invisible creatures within your aura of protection.
I also love this because it's funny to think of the paladin, like let's say the party gets kidnapped, they have blindfolds on the party. The paladin just sees everything.
I want to be clear. We're getting into some weird grittiness of mechanics. Having a blindfold isn't actually the blinded condition. Weird as that is. That being said, you can cast Zone of Truth without spending a spell slot. In addition, a creature that's on saving throw takes 1d6 psychic damage at the start of each of its turns. Well, in your zone of... I remember this.
Yes.
And I think I had the same opinion then as I have now.
Well, I need to bring up something because I did a cross comparison with this. This is
Okay.
this is one of the big things they changed. So first off, the damage was boosted a pinch instead of 1d6. It was originally 1d4, but now it's 1d6. And
Wasn't my entire problem last time that I didn't think I'd ever want Zone of Truth and damaging a creature at the same time?
but I also wanted to bring something else up.
Mm-hmm.
This final part, while in your zone of truth, until it chooses to fail its saving throw instead. This was not a part of the original feature. So an enemy.
Oh, this makes sense now. This
Yes.
makes sense now. You know what I think I realized happened? They wrote it down. They were like, "Oh, it's a given what we mean."
And
It wasn't a given what they meant.
no,
This is what they meant. It's not that it does damage while they're in the effect. It's that the damage would force them to choose to fail.
right? It's basically saying like the torturing someone.
Honestly, okay.
Yeah,
The ability
fact-
is actually
the
good
fact
now.
that
I don't think I would put it at my 50th level ability.
right.
Honestly, this should be a second channel divinity usage.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with you. But yeah, no,
But it's good now.
yeah, it makes a lot more sense of what its goal is.
Like, let's be real. This takes a lot to set up to be useful. It's better, but it takes a lot of time to be useful.
Right.
You need to see, because here's the truth. Here is the truth. You cast Zone of Truth on me. Gah! I'm choosing to fail because I don't want to deal with that.
Yep.
Here it is. Here is the honest to goodness truth about this spell. Ready? Ready? In order for this spell to be viable, one thing must unequivocally be true. They can't escape.
Yes, they
What I
can't
mean by
escape.
this is, at the end of the day, you have a choice between lying and taking 1d6 damage. Or sorry, telling the truth or taking 1d6 damage. That's your choice, right? And it's like,
Yes.
but I can just walk over there. No, you can't walk. I'm walking over there. I'm already over there. Look at this. Hi, my name's Larry.
I'm lying. I'm actually Bob.
Point in all that is, you would need them tied up already.
Right.
But yes, this isn't more effective. I don't think it's the 15th level ability effect.
The only thing I can think of that would be worth the 15th level is, in theory, I want to make that out there. In theory, because this doesn't state a number of usages per long rest, it's just you can just cast it in general without a spell slot. In theory, this can do you could spam this and have this be a pocket, a very, very tiny pocket
I mean, at the end of the
fireball,
day,
but it's like it's 1d6, and it only happens if they
No,
succeed the save too. So it's
again,
like
yeah. Again, as a reminder, they could just walk out. It's not worth
Right.
it.
right, yeah, no, it's not worth it for that, but in theory, it is possible.
Anyways, 20th level, bonus action. Once you use this feature, can blah blah blah. You get this enemies that start within 5 feet. You must make contact against the blah blah blah.
Blinding condition.
True sight.
Yep.
Bonus action. You can choose a creature and reveal its weakness. You and your odds advantage against a creature. Yeah. I said it then. I'll say it now. They made efforts, and I didn't realize they were having a goal of trying to impress me. They put efforts in to make this better.
They did.
I can clearly see that. But it's still falling short of what I want to see. Again, this, to be perfectly clear, let's go over one ability. I think I did this last time. Our main use of Channel Divinity
is
is
this,
this thing a warlock can just do.
which, for the record, I don't remember what the other Channel Divinity was in the 2014 version, because I'm pretty sure it gave you 2.
Oh, it don't.
But-
This version don't.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
Yeah, our aura immunity to the blinding condition.
Blinded does suck, so it's nice.
But it doesn't come up that often. And also, great, I can see invisible creatures within my aura if I know they're there. And then, yeah, Zone of Truth. Yeah. Better, but again, this is not. This is a 15th level ability. This is not. Zone of Truth is like what? A
Second level spell.
second level spell.
Second level spell has a diameter of, if I remember correctly, 15 feet.
I want to know. You
It
guys
is
used
small.
a great effect in the early, previous session of the guilds.
Oh no, we did. We did.
But, all that being said, this spell, and I hate that we're ending on it, still, this subclass still sucks. Approved. You know what? You can literally just go back to the old document, still approved without thoughts.
Yeah, there's never made, but still didn't quite hit the mark. So please,
Well,
what do you think of the Paladin in general?
2 out of 3 ain't bad,
Yeah, no.
but I do have to talk dock points for number 3 being a repeat contender. Hopefully, when Zeal comes back for the 3rd time, we'll give it our approval.
And next, the next part that we're going to record is going to be the Guessing Fighter. Final answer.
Cleric.
The Cleric. Anyway, yeah, we will be back.